And we're live.
Yay!
Only 37 minutes late.
I mean, when I made you go on a side quest, so it's my fault.
I mean, we were still going to be late, but
So we are in
Baltimore.
Baltimore, and we went to the beach today. We went to a yarn shop today, but and we started off in Delaware in Wilmington. So yes, we made it, and I insisted on moving the yarn truck once we got it parked. So Dean
It's
loves
okay.
me.
I do.
So we walked back out and moved it. So anyway, yeah.
So this is actual Wednesday Night Yarn Adventures.
This is Wednesday Night Yarn Adventures. How exciting is that?
It is also crafting with Katie.
Crafting with Katie.
The 8th night. Yeah.
It's our 8th night. And look at all this progress I made. I knit like 6 rows today, 6 rounds. That's the underarm of my tank top. So it's coming along really nicely.
Hey, you to me to you.
Hello, hello.
Palace Heights, Illinois.
There you go.
Very cool. You have knit a lot on that.
I have knit a lot on that. I've made a lot of progress, so I'm very happy with it. So I'm going to do some more knitting now. And
so last,
it's really dark over here.
No, we're
in the same room.
Your lighting's great.
It's just me.
Yeah, no, it looks great.
Okay.
It's better than our usual lighting.
Yeah, last couple of nights it's been cruddy.
Let's see. So usually Katie's been doing, crafting every night for 30 minutes and trying to get out of her crafting funk.
Yes.
But on Wednesday nights, we usually do at 7 Central, 8 Eastern. We try to do Wednesday Night Yarn Adventures to kind of recap our week, talk about what we've been doing for the week. So last Wednesday, we were camping in Moorhead, Kentucky.
We were, and it was our first...
No, we were still camping at Maumee Bay State Park.
Oh, yeah. It was our first night of my crafting with Katie thing. So, and that was also a day that I taught class. So a week ago, I was teaching, I taught a mending class at Behind the Pines, and then in Pemberville, Ohio. And then the next day we hung out with Bobby and her whole crew. She brought all kinds of fabulous people to hang out with us at her usual Thursday stitch. And we just had a really good time with them. So, and then we headed from Pemberville and Maumee Bay State Park to...
we drove to Moorhead, Kentucky.
On Friday.
We camped.
And we stopped in at Hank, a yarn boutique in Cincinnati. And we have I promise that we have other shops on the list to stop in Cincinnati another time. Just wasn't on the way this time. We could only schedule one in, and this one happened to be like right off our route. So.
Well, and we were also like, it was just as much to like stop and eat sushi and like just get out of the truck as it was anything. But and we just stayed for a couple minutes.
We did. We didn't stay very long at all in the yarn shop, and we went and got food, and then got back on the road and drove the rest of the way to our campsite in Moorhead, Kentucky. So we drove quite a ways that night.
It was like 5 hours, yeah.
Yeah, total.
We went to the next day on Saturday. We were at Coffee Tree Books in Moorhead, Kentucky. So we set up there, and it's a really cool, like in the front is the Fuzzy Duck Cafe, and in the back is Coffee Tree Books. So in the front, they have the cafe, they have coffee sandwiches and things, and then in the back they have...
In Coffee Tree Books is also a Good Yarn, which is the yarn store.
The bookstore, yarn store combo, which is all in an old movie theater, which is fun. You to me to you. So we'll get to where we're going next, but we will not be going to Greencastle.
Nope, we will not be at Greencastle.
We did that last year, but we won't be there this year.
We are...
So on Saturday
we did Moorhead and hung out there. Sunday,
it was a great day. The weather was awesome.
Yeah, it did rain on us at the end of the day. It poured like down rain.
Weirdly,
one point.
10-minute pour down, but
yeah. And then so we went on Sunday we drove from Moorhead to just outside of
Morgantown, West Virginia.
Morgantown, West Virginia. Yeah, I was like, we went to West Virginia, but I don't remember where. And so we did that. Was super fun. And we camped at a koa. It was a really lovely koa.
They're like renovating the whole thing.
They were paving on Monday morning, which was super great.
We checked in. So after that on Sunday, like we stayed there Saturday or
Sunday night.
We stayed there Sunday night, and we were
Easter,
not in a hurry to leave because we were just driving and camping the next night. And so we were like, yeah, we'll sleep in, and
hotel. Yeah.
We got there and checked in, and the lady was like, yeah, you should try to leave by 9. Like they're gonna start paving at 9. And we were like,
no, thank you.
Not gonna happen. Sorry. So we'll just wait. If we have to wait to get out, we'll wait.
So and we didn't end up having to wait at all. Like,
yeah, no,
we left right at 11, and we headed north to Wilmington, Delaware, and we've been there the last couple of nights.
Yep.
We stayed in a hotel. We got out of the truck for a couple of days. We did a knit group came to us at our hotel while we were there, and it was lovely to meet them and hang out with them. And then this morning we left our hotel. We slept in both days.
We did.
Late.
So the group came to us and shopped the truck there, and I don't know, they were what 3 hours, maybe 2.5 hours,
maybe,
and the rest of the time we did not do anything.
Nope, nothing at all. I just did it. That was all I did.
We ordered in like 4 straight meals. It was nice. We just chilled.
It was great. So
Katie got a lot of knitting done on that.
I did get a lot of knitting done, which is awesome. And
then today, or yesterday.
No, today.
No, today. That was just yesterday.
Today we left our hotel and we drove from Wilmington to Smyrna, Delaware, and we stopped in at the Yarn Maven. Sue and Brittany were super welcoming, and we were super glad to sit down and chat with them.
We sat for a while and talked to them, showed them the yarn truck, and we were just kind of chilling out. She's actually selling the shop. So if you know of anybody who's interested in buying a yarn shop and building, they actually own the building, so they want to sell the building and the yarn shop, I think, together.
In Smyrna, Delaware.
And they are selling it. And I think her husband's retiring in May.
Yep.
So
and they're moving to Pennsylvania.
She is ready to sell it soon, I think. So yeah, you can move right in. It's kind of a turnkey yarn shop ready to go. She's been there for a few years, like 9 years.
She's been in that location for 8, and she had the shop open for another year before that.
Yep.
So just down the street. And the locals really like her. We heard lots of great things about her and all the stuff that she offers there. So we were really happy that we got that chance to hang out at the Yarn Maven.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
And and then after we left that shop, we drove all the way out to the Atlantic coast, to
Cape Henlopen.
Cape Henlopen State Park, and we first stopped and ate at what was it? Striper Bites. Yeah. Yep. It was really cool seafood place.
The very best crab bisque I think I've ever eaten.
Super good.
And I really like my crab and lobster bisques, so soups, and that was really, really good.
You shared a crab bisque. You had
I had the special.
The special, and it was like I don't know, what cooked veggie base.
It was like veggies and mashed potatoes, and then it had like a hunk of hake, which is a white fish similar to cod. And so it was catch of the day kind of thing, and it was really good.
I had a lobster roll, which I splurged on because I haven't had one in quite some time. I really enjoyed having lobster rolls when we were up in New England a few years ago. And I splurged and got a lobster roll today, which was totally worth it because it was one of the best ones I've ever had.
It was really good. I got a bite of it. He
really
did share.
It was super good. And then we went out to the state park, and we went all the way out to the Point Beach, where you go up on the Cape, and on the western side is the bay, which I don't actually know which bay that was.
You told me earlier, but I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't
So there was a
remember.
bay on one side, and you could walk down the point. You could walk down one path, and you go down to the bay. It was really calm, and it was high tide, and so we definitely, uh, you could tell there were a few people out on that side, and very calm and lovely. And we walked back up, and then we were like, okay, we're gonna go out on the Atlantic side. And so you walk down the other path on the other side of the parking lot, and you go down to the Atlantic beach. And that one was very, very cold and windy, and but it was quite beautiful. It was very clear tonight.
Oh, it's
And
Cape Henlopen, obviously.
oh, it's
The bay, I guess, is Delaware Bay. Like it's the huge. Yeah, yeah. I thought it was like a smaller bay, but it's just the Delaware Bay, like the whole big thing. But it was so calm on the
it
bay
was.
side. The Atlantic side was pretty rough. It was windy and it was chilly. We walked out on both sides.
Okay, so if you are following along, we are going to be heading to the Yarn Basket in Philippi, West Virginia on Saturday. So you can join us there. We will be there. We are going to do some abbreviated hours. So we'll be there, I think, 10 to 3.
I think it's 3.
Or maybe
Maybe I said
4.
3:30.
3:30,
Hang
something like
on.
that.
Let me look and
Because
see.
we have to get back on the road, because on Sunday we're going to be at the Underground Yarn and Books in Hershey, Pennsylvania. So
10 to 3:30 for Philippi,
Mhm.
and then 10 to 3 for the Underground Yarn and Books.
Yes. And then from there, we are heading back down to Concord, Virginia, where we will be hanging out at Fairhaven Farm for a few days before Sharp Top Fiber Festival in Bedford, Virginia. So you can see us at all of those places, all 3 of those places, in the next week and a half or so. And we'll be chatting with you from Fairhaven Farm next Wednesday. And I'll be chatting with you every night this week from all these locations. Sometimes later than others, just because
We aim
we're
for
making
7
stuff.
Central, 8 Eastern, but tonight, and actually the last leg of our journey today, was to drive from out there at the beach into Baltimore, which was about 2.5 hours. And so we drove across the whole peninsula, the Delmarva Peninsula, and came from Delaware into Maryland, and then across the Bay Bridge and into Baltimore. So that was pretty cool drive.
If you
See you
are
later.
coming to other festivals that we're going to be at this spring, make sure you sign up for classes for Sharp Top if you're wanting to do one of those. I'm teaching Intro to Mending, and there's some other great spinning classes going on at that festival. The next week at Midwest Fiber Festival, I know she still has seats left, but those are filling up fast. If you're looking for a class there in St. Louis, definitely check that out. We'll be at a couple of yarn shops, Yarnies and Swag and Silver Lining Yarn. I'm teaching a cable class at Silver Lining Yarn, and that is also, I believe, starting to fill up. So make sure and snag your spot in that class, because that's going to be a lot of fun. And then,
that'll be
Dean's doing he ordered some extra special fun stuff today
or I haven't ordered it yet, but I will.
the Silver Lining visit, because they are doing a theme thing in their little downtown area.
It's like cosmic something, or like,
yeah,
what do they call it? I don't remember. It's space themed, and so they're doing all sorts of space themed stuff. And of course, I have all of my pictures that I take, the astrophotography. So I'm gonna get some prints done to have for sale there. We're gonna have some prints, maybe as like door prize type things for the folks at Silver Lining. And
we have a new batch of Astro Sparkle yarn from Laughing Cat that's going to be there.
Yep.
We have stickers. We have all kinds of great stuff. And then after that, we're going to be headed to Carolina Fiber retreats. There's Smith Mountain Lake retreat. I don't think there are any more spots left, but you should definitely check it out and see if there are any, because it's a really great retreat at Smith Mountain Lake in Virginia. And so we'll be heading down that way. And then we'll be going to Shepherd's Harvest in Lake Elmo, Minnesota. And the reason I brought this up is because Kentucky Sheep and Fiber just opened up their swag
Merch,
pre-orders,
yeah.
their merch sales. So you should go to their website, Kentucky Sheep and Fiber Festival, and you should order your bag and t-shirt if you're planning on getting one, because that is the only way to guarantee that you're going to get anything.
Yes.
So other things that are happening very soon, the classes for New York Sheep and Wool will be going up. Q is teaching, I think, 3 classes or 4 classes
3
this
rounds
year.
of freestyle weaving. And
yeah, and then I think she's teaching a spinning class too.
Yeah, she's doing the 6-hour spinning, isn't she? Or
yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
that sounds
I don't
right.
remember.
And so we'll be working her booth during that time, but we want to make sure that you guys have the opportunity to snag some of those classes. So be on the lookout for those. Hoosier Hills Fiber Festival also put up classes this past week or 2 weeks. So if you're looking in Indiana,
early June,
the first weekend in June, Fresh Coast Fiber is really heating up. So snag your tickets for that event. Great Lakes Fiber Show. There's a retreat going on with Carolina Fiber Retreats that is at Great Lakes, so you can stay and have a great time, and meals
where do they stay
provided.
For that one?
They are doing, it's an Amish like B&B.
Huh.
And they feed them, and then they're going to come out to the Yarn Festival, Fiber Festival, and have a really great time and see us there. So
we really like the Carolina Fiber Retreats when they go to at Smith Mountain Lake. Is really fun because it's at the 4-H conference center, and so you get 3 meals a day as part of your lodging there. So you all just kind of like mosey to meals together. I mean, you have like an hour, hour and a half to get your meals in, but it's nice to kind of walk over with everybody and have meals. And
it's a very personal experience.
Yeah,
we did the same thing with Cape End
for
our Fiber Adventure Retreat. All of our meals are provided on site, and so it's kind of that like communal experience together, and it's just a nice way to do it. And I think that's one of the ways that I combat my like crafting funks when we have those times to hang out with each other, and I get inspired by listening to others and talking to them about what's going on. So that's really fun. And we will also be doing a event with Muse 2320 for the summer solstice, and we'll be at ZK Zombie Knit Apocalypse in Rochester, Minnesota for that yarn truck rodeo at the end of June. And then if you guys have noticed, we did post our entire July schedule, which is our big Western road trip for this summer. So you can definitely check that out. And we are still adding a couple of dates here and there to that.
Couple of small openings. We're also making some time for, there's been a couple people asking like, well, why can't, it looks like you're going here, but we're also trying to fit in some, vacation-y time. So we're going to do North Cascades National Park. We're going to go to Crater Lake National Park, do a couple of things out on the Oregon coast. We always like to go to Cape Lookout near Tillamook.
It's one of our favorites.
Oregon. And then we're going to go to, on the way back through Colorado, Rocky Mountain National Park. So trying to hit a few places that we like to, take a day or two off. And
it's our vacation too.
Yeah.
The last couple of days have been a really nice vacation.
Yeah.
And we will get back at it this weekend, and we'll be hitting the schedule pretty hard in the coming months. So we are always happy to have you on board the truck. If you've been listening or watching or seeing any of our posts or reading our newsletter, then you also know that we have placed Evie for sale. Our beloved yarn truck, the RV part, is going to be we're going to be selling her, and we are going to be purchasing a new RV and moving the shop portion of our lives into a trailer that will pull behind us, and that will give us
separate our living space from our shop space a little bit,
give us some more living space. I know that seems silly, but
and it'll give us a little more shop space, honestly, because right now we're kind of stuffing everything in, and we've been doing it this way for 2 years, so it's not new for us.
But even like moving from the shuttle from Ellie to Evie, Ellie was just a box,
Yeah.
essentially, and so very similar to a trailer. And so she had, 15 feet of or 16 and a half feet of actual like wall space that we got to utilize. Um, Evie doesn't have that contiguous space that we are able to utilize with all the grid wall that we had in the other
It's
space.
kind of
Also,
broken
like
up
floor
and
to ceiling as
yeah.
well. And so we'll be able to carry more than what we are currently carrying. So we're able to get back up to the numbers that we had toward the end of having Ellie, which was about
Which was
1,500 skeins.
Spoiler alert, way too much.
Yes. Well,
Killed
at
it
one point we had about 1,800
full.
on there,
Yeah,
which
the
was
time
way more than full.
where
So.
we had 1,800 was like it was a little overwhelming in there. Yeah,
So we won't have quite that much, but
yeah.
this does give us a little more opportunity to get some new dyers on board and go a few more places and have a little more options for you guys
Yep.
as we come and hang out with you at all of these wonderful places that we go to. So the Yarn Adventure Truck is not going away.
Yes.
We're just changing the vehicle in which we are rolling.
Yes.
So we'll still be rolling into your neighborhood and we'll still be hanging out with you. And hopefully this will also give us more space for me to have classes inside of our personal space as well as in the shop, and not have to have them inside of another business.
At least to have the option to have it inside of our business. So just changing a couple of things. So if you've seen, we posted about it that she is for sale. I see actually over on Instagram, Yarnbirds joined as well. Speaking of people who are changing their lifestyle for their vehicle. So I believe, I actually don't know. I haven't talked to Robin lately, but I believe that her RV is
that Birdie is also for sale.
She is retiring the end of this year,
I think.
Like, yeah, towards because she said she wasn't going to be at Wisconsin.
One of the last ones is in October. Yeah.
I don't know if she's doing Cake-A-Palooza this year or not, but anyway, so there's a couple of yarn truck options, totally different things, depending on what you want to do with your life. There's some options for you out there.
And even if you're not a yarn business, if you're a retail business, both of these trucks are definitely something you can look at.
She says Birdie's also for sale after September.
After September. Yeah, that's about what we're going ahead and lining up some things, and we're planning to make that switch in around September.
We're pretty flexible. The one thing that we kind of have to wait on is that we are going to do DFW, and we're actually pulling inside the convention center with Evie. And we don't want to like complicate that thing. I mean, we could probably end up doing the trailer in there too, but there's no reason to complicate that whole thing. So it's going to be at least after that before we transition away from Evie. So,
which is the end of August. So DFW Fiber Festival is at the Irving Convention Center, and that will be August
28th through the 30th, I think.
28th through the 30th, something like that. Yeah,
pretty sure. It's definitely the 28th through the 30th.
So.
And then what else is going on?
So much. We've had a really good time though, and we've gotten
yarn. Robin said the same idea. She's keeping her brand and shop, just giving up the truck.
Yeah.
So
we are definitely keeping the truck. We're keeping a truck rolling. It's just not the same. Vehicle.
And I believe, I'm pretty sure Robin's keeping the nest and doing even probably more events and things there.
So yes.
Let's see. I'm trying to think. I feel like something I was missing. Oh, the space box.
Oh yeah.
We have Yarn Adventure Goes to Space box currently out. We have a few folks who have done the box. We have a few folks who have done the subscription. We're actually doing quarterly destination boxes. So Yarn Adventure goes to a destination. And the first one is Yarn Adventure Goes to Space. And that pre-orders for that one are open up on our website and through the 30th of April. Like almost said 4 different months there besides April, but it's April. April 30th, we'll close the pre-order on that. And then Laughing Cat Fiber. So Laura is dyeing some fun space yarn or fiber. You get to choose. And so you can get a box with some either hand-dyed yarn or hand-dyed fiber from Laura at Laughing Cat, plus 5 other space-themed fiber arts goodies. Got some notions, got some other fiber arts fun goodies in there. So
we're very excited about
all that information and the inspiration picture for the yarn and fiber is up on the website. You can go to just the homepage, right on the homepage. I've got the space box linked up there, and through April 30th, you can get the pre-order in.
So if you've been watching or you haven't been watching, I am knitting the Not Today tank by Skenanigans. And this is yarn from the Copper Corgi. I purchased it last year on our Florida road trip from Knit and Stitch Boutique in Cocoa Beach. And this is the colorway Plumeria. And I'm making some really good progress on it. I'm very, very excited about it. So I have a second color that's going to start coming in the next, 4 inches or so. And so that'll be the bottom of the tank, and I'm pretty excited about how it's coming out. So
yeah. And you gonna be crafting every day for the
I am crafting every day
22 days
around 7 Central, 8 Eastern. And some days it's later, some days it's a little earlier. Most days it's not earlier because I just can't get myself together for that.
Most days it's going to be pretty well on time, but yeah, just today we were, so when we came into Baltimore, we were at an Airbnb and parking. We were like, we found a parking spot, but we had to walk here. And then when we got here, and Katie was like, I want to move the truck closer to where we're actually at. Because there was a spot that had opened up in the time that it took us to walk over. And so we went and got the truck, moved it back over here.
So I feel better when Evie's closer to me. What are we asking for Evie?
I feel like we just got her yesterday. It sort of does feel like that sometimes.
Shoot us a message, Rose, a DM with your email, and we will send you all of her
I have like
details. Okay?
a bunch of info that has like the asking price all the way through like service history and everything that we had done on the renovation when we had it done 2 years ago. It's just a whole slew of information. So if you just message us on either Facebook, Instagram, email, yarnadventuretruck@gmail, Facebook, Instagram message, you can send us a message and I'll shoot and let me know your email and I'll send you over all that info. And there's a bunch more pictures. I put up a bunch on the post that I did, but I'll send you some more pictures too.
And we love coming to Russellville. We were actually there earlier this year. Like what?
When was that?
November?
That was in the fall, yeah. It
was in November. We stopped through Russellville.
We didn't set the truck up anywhere.
We did not, but we did do some camping.
We camped at the
Lake Dardanelle. Yeah, it was lovely.
The weather was nice there.
Yeah, it was when the comet was still out.
I got my telescope out. Yeah,
you took some pictures of that comet, which was pretty cool.
Which I haven't gotten my telescope out in a long time.
Well, hopefully next week when we're sitting still at
for Haven, hopefully there'll be a day to do that.
Tonight has been the first clear night though. Quite a while, so it's actually clear outside right now.
It's been rainy everywhere.
It's rained everywhere we've gone.
We have been. It's like the rain cloud has been following us. Mm-hmm. Only literally, not figuratively. But we, it's super clear here tonight. Just don't have a space to put my telescope out. So let's see. 28 minutes. What's that?
Robin messaged us as well.
Oh yeah.
So.
Yes. Let's see. We have like a minute left. I don't know what else.
I don't know what else to talk about.
Yeah, we kind of covered everything.
I have nothing. Just absolutely nothing. Oh, I'm on day like 99 of my dress challenge. So woohoo!
98.
98?
Yeah, 98. It's 90 for the first 3 months and then 8.
And today I'm wearing my Radvent cardigan by Amber O'Brien, and I love it. And I have a big idea, and I talked to Dean about it today.
Yes.
And I have to like get some coordination going, but got some ideas. So, because Dean really hates it when so I've been thinking.
Yeah, Katie, I know I'm in trouble when that's how this whole, get another RV and pull the trailer thing happened. It's
also how Yarn Adventure happened.
That's how Yarn Adventure happened. That's how lots of things have happened.
That's how Yarn Stories
So I've been thinking.
What if I XYZ? Yeah. And there's a lot of things that can fill in that blank. So,
so you can catch us tomorrow night. We will be in. I booked a campsite in Maryland. It's in northern Maryland. I can't remember the name. Rocky something.
Gap.
Rocky Gap. Yeah, I think that might be right. Yeah, Rocky Gap. So
we drove past it the other day, and I was like, oh, "That's a cool name." And Dean obviously didn't register it until today, and I was like, Oh yeah, I like pointed that out when we were driving, and he was like, "Oh, okay."
Yep. All right.
But yeah, so it's super
Until
nice.
next week / tomorrow.
Yep.
Happy crafting.
Happy crafting, friends.